Hello yogis and welcome to my channel. Today I have a creative yoga practice for you. This is part 2 of a 3-part video class, but it can also be done as a practice on its own. So if you just want to do this one, then you can keep watching. Or if you would like to do the whole class, then please go to the description where I have the links for part 1 and part 3. Come to a seated position on your mat and then slowly roll down to lie down. Find a comfortable position, as if you were in a shavasana, but bring your hands to your lower belly. Close your eyes and relax. Connect to your breath. Observe as your hands move up and down with every breath you take. Begin moving the toes and stretching the feet. Point and flex. Stretch the arms up overhead. Open the hands. Really stretch. Become as long as you possibly can. Breathe. Open and close the hands. Stretch the sides of your body. Move your torso, move your hips. Find a movement that feels good to you. Then stretch the right side of your body by grabbing the right wrist with the left hand and bring the upper back a little bit to the left. At the same time, cross the right foot over the left and bring the legs a little bit to the left. Switch sides. Grab the left wrist with the right hand and bring the upper back a little bit towards the right. Then cross the left foot over the right as you bring the feet a little bit to the right as well. Breathe. Come back to center. Keep the arms stretched overhead and bring the heels together. Point the feet and slowly bring the legs up until they are pointing to the sky. And then continue bringing the legs all the way behind your head. Maybe you can touch the hands with the toes. Then in the same way, we'll roll back down all the way, smoothly. Lower the legs all the way to the ground. Repeat that again. Keep the arms stretched overhead, and then with the toes pointed, slowly bring the legs up. Once you reach the midpoint, stop there and reactivate the abdominal muscles. And then keep bringing the legs all the way back to touch the hands. Then you may bend the knees and bring the knees to the sides of your head or maybe to your ears. Remember to protect your neck by keeping the weight on the shoulders and not the neck. Now you may flex the feet. Then slowly bring the hands behind your back and put the hands on the low back for support. Maybe your knees will slowly start getting closer to the ground. Keep breathing deeply and evenly. And maybe interlace your fingers behind your back. Now we'll try some shoulder stand variations. But remember, if your neck hurts at any point, come out of the pose and try again, or don't continue the practice. It's very important that you keep the weight mostly on your shoulders and that you keep your head and neck relaxed. Also activate the abdominal muscles and the leg muscles throughout all these shoulder stand variations. Bring the ankles together and bend the knees halfway, like a 45-degree angle, while the knees stay by your ears. Then keep the feet together as you open only the knees, as if you were doing a butterfly pose in a shoulder stand. Flex the feet away from each other while keeping the heels together. Open the hips. Find your balance. Slowly bring the feet back down behind your head and tuck the toes. Straighten the legs like in a plow pose and bring them halfway up, parallel to the ground. Keep activating the abdominal muscles. Bring the right foot to the left inner thigh as if you were doing a tree pose. Keep pointing the left foot. Switch sides. Bring the left foot to the right inner thigh. Activate the abdominal muscles. And point the right foot. Now switch again, and this time bring the right foot in front of the left thigh and open that hip. If you need extra support, you can always bring your hands to your lower back instead of keeping them interlaced. Switch sides. Bring the left foot to the front of the right thigh and open that hip. Now switch again, and from there, try to go into a lotus pose or a half lotus. There you can grab your knees and find your balance. Remember to keep the weight on the shoulders and to keep activating your whole body while still being relaxed and breathing calmly and evenly. Then slowly bring your lotus down to your chest and hug your lotus legs. Maybe one hand finds the other hand, and in that case, you can hook the fingertips. Breathe deeply. Slowly relax the arms down, press them onto the ground as you bring your lotus back up and down. Alternate bringing your lotus halfway up and down into your chest. Bring your lotus up and down. Last time, lotus up and down. Bring your hands to your lower back if they were not already there. And bring the soles of the feet together again into butterfly. Then open the legs into a straddle and circle the legs all the way behind your head until the ankles are together. Then slowly roll back all the way down to the ground, but don't let the feet touch the floor. Stop just before and reach the arms overhead. Keep the belly sucked in and the arms overhead as you bring the legs back up. Keep the low back on the floor and then grab behind the legs. Stretch the hamstrings, point the feet, and flex the feet. Open the toes. Alternate flexing one foot while pointing the other foot. Really stretch the front of the legs and the hamstrings. Remember to keep the low back on the floor and relax your head. Breathe. Then really pull the legs as close as possible to your head. Keep pointing and flexing the feet. Keep bringing the feet closer and closer to your head, and this time let the low back lift from the floor and bring your heels with your hands all the way behind your head. Once the toes touch the floor, bring your hands all the way back to your low back. Open the feet again into a butterfly pose. Keep the heels together and flex the feet. Now straighten the left leg up to the sky and bring the right leg over the left into an eagle pose. Bend the knees deeply into your face and then away from you. Repeat that a few times. Bring the knees in and away from you. Knees in and away from you. Reach both legs up to the sky and repeat the same thing on the other side. Keep the right leg straight and bring the left leg over the right into an eagle pose. Bend both knees in deeply into your face and then away from you. Again, bring them in and away from you. Last time, knees in and away from you. Uncross the legs and come down into a plow pose. Let the knees bend again and go back into butterfly legs. Then smoothly straighten them up. Shoulder stand. Keep the weight on your shoulders and your hips toward your face. Keep supporting the low back with your hands. Bend the knees and reach the feet a little bit away from you. And then re-straighten the legs back into plow. Bring the fingertips to the floor and very slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Really go extremely slowly. Feel only the top vertebrae go down, then the next, then the next. Try to feel each one and breathe into each one. Appreciate the incredible nature and flexibility of the human spine. Once your low back is on the floor, activate your abdominal muscles and lift the upper back while grabbing the back of your thighs. Bring the fingers interlaced behind your head and reach your chin towards your chest for a neck stretch. Your legs are still up a bit lower than 90 degrees. As you exhale, bring the legs down and inhale the legs up to 90 degrees. Exhale, bring the legs down and inhale up. Keep the feet pointed. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down. Now flex the feet on the way down. Inhale up, pointing the feet. Exhale down, flex. Inhale up, point. Exhale down, flex. Inhale up, point. Exhale down, flex, and hold it. Hold this low boat position and straighten the arms above the head. Suck the belly button into the spine and the chin to the chest. Now begin swinging forwards and backwards in this low boat position. Swing forwards onto the low back, backwards onto the upper back. Keep breathing. Now come all the way up to a seated position on your mat. Reach the arms up, relax the head back. And exhale, relax your back over your legs. Forward fold. You can sway your head from side to side, sway your torso, point and flex the feet, or you can be still. Find what feels good to you. Slowly bring the torso back up and go into a cross-legged position or into a lotus or half lotus pose. And let the right ear fall to the right shoulder. Stretch the side of the neck. You can bring the right hand over the head to intensify the stretch. Breathe. Then you can look down towards the armpit. Then let the chin fall all the way to the chest and bring the head up. Other side. Let the left ear fall to the left shoulder. Stretch the side of the neck. You can bring the left hand to the head if you want extra pressure. But don't push, just rest the hand on the head. Breathe. Then you can let your gaze go toward the armpit. And then all the way down, chin to the chest. And bring the head up. You can take some neck circles. Then bring the fingertips behind your back and open the chest. Relax the head back. Then straighten the legs again in front of you and slowly roll down with control. Very slowly. A Pilates roll down. And then slowly roll up again. Repeat that a few more times. Slowly roll down. Exhale. And slowly roll up on an inhale. Roll down on an exhale, arms back. Roll up on an inhale. And last time, roll down on an exhale and roll up on an inhale. Bring the palms together, relax the head back, inhale, and reach your chin towards your chest and exhale, roll all the way down to lie down on your back. Bring the feet in close into a bridge pose. Lift the hips up and interlace the fingers behind the back. Release your back. Breathe deeply. Then release down from your bridge pose. Hug both knees into the chest. Then straighten the left leg out. Hug the right knee tighter into your chest. And then twist over. Switch. Squeeze the left knee into your chest. And twist open. Relax. This is the perfect moment to continue with the next part of this practice. The link is in the description of the video. But if you wish to stop here, then you can either roll up and go into a seated meditation or finish in a traditional Shavasana. Whatever you do, spend at least a few moments observing your breath, letting your breathing return back to normal, and then thank yourself for having completed this practice. I thank you so much for having practiced with me today. Namaste.